Chapter 736. Adam smiled playfully as he said, "You want to know who gave me the courage to do this? Sorry, but this authority was given to me by the young master of the Anderson family. If it was under any normal circumstances, as the spokesperson of the Anderson family, Adam naturally would not dare to directly get into a conflict and confrontation with the Whale family using the Anderson family name. How would he have the courage to break the leg of the father and son from the Whale family? However, this decision today was not made by himself, but was an order that had been given directly by his young master. If the young master of the Anderson family had said that he wanted the father and son dead, Adam would do it immediately without any hesitation whatsoever. Besides, the Anderson family would definitely back him up and give him all the support and protection he needed. Thus, Adam had no qualms about his actions at all. Fury and his son were completely stunned. The young master of the Anderson family wanted to deal with them? Yet, when had they ever offended the young master of the Anderson family? They did not even know him. At this time, they would never believe that Alex, that piece of trash who had a reputation as the useless son-in-law in Orris Hill, was actually the young master of the Anderson family from Westcliff. Fury hurriedly said, "Mr. Smith, is there any misunderstanding or mistake in this matter? When did we offend Mr. Anderson?" Adam could not be bothered to explain himself, and instead, he sneered before instructing his men, "Break the leg of that young man first before we break the old man's leg." As soon as his voice fell, the men dressed in black rushed toward Edward immediately. Edward was scared to death. The men in black suits pressed him to the ground, and he could only shout desperately, "Dad! Hurry up and save me! Dad, help me!" Fury was trembling as he gritted his teeth. He originally thought that the Orem Grand Hotel would be the safest place in Orris Hill. However, he never expected this to be the Lion's Den. He knew that Adam had no fear at all because he had the backup and support of the Anderson family. So, what else could he do now? Beg for mercy? Adam would not be bothered at all. Use his identity to bargain for leniency? Adam did not care about their family status at all. Confront him directly? Was there anyone there who could help him now? Fury knew that there was no way for him to save his son anymore. He could not even save himself. Just then, the man with the brass knuckles hit Edward's kneecaps directly. After a click, Edward began howling like a pig who was getting slaughtered. His right leg was completely crippled now. At this time, both his right hand and right leg were broken and completely useless. Furthermore, the injury to his right kneecap was so serious that there was no possibility of recovery at all. This simply meant that he, the dignified eldest son of the Whale family, would be a useless cripple that would be ridiculed by others in the future. Edward could not help but burst into tears. How could this be possible? What was happening? What was wrong with Orris Hill? Why did it feel as though this small city was filled with all sorts of devastating demons? Fury was heartbroken. He had always loved and doted on his eldest son the most. After all, his eldest son would be the one to inherit and take over the Whale family in the future. Therefore, Fury had always placed all of his focus and attention on Edward. Unexpectedly, his eldest son was suddenly a disabled person. Moreover, his second son was still a poop-eating monster who had to eat shit every hour. Why were their destiny and fate so miserable? At this time, Adam pointed at Fury, who was still in disbelief, and said, "All right, then. It's this old man's turn now." Fury felt a tight knot in his heart, and his legs softened involuntarily as he knelt to the ground with a thud. Adam stared coldly at Fury, who was kneeling on the ground, before he smiled and said, "Oh, Mr. Whale, why are you kneeling on the ground? Even if you kneel, we will still have to break your leg."